Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of The More You Know. For the month of September, we're covering memory issues and how to prevent them. And this week we're going to talk about how a strength training program can make a big impact. Now, of course, I think it's obvious to people in the healthcare field that endurance training or cardio helps maintain brain health because you get all that good blood flow up to the brain. But it may be surprising that strength training is just as important and also very effective at helping to maintain your brain health. So strength training has been shown to protect an area of the brain that is very vulnerable to Alzheimer's disease. It's called the hippocampus, and it's a really small part of the brain. But what they've done is studies showing that how strength training helps maintain the integrity of the hippocampus longer. So that's really exciting news. Now, in this study, they did a 6-month training program. So people were exercising, doing weight training 2 times a week for 6 months. So it doesn't happen overnight. You've got to commit to a program to see these long-term results. But what they noticed is that 47% of people who already had memory issues when they began the trial scored as normal at the end of the trial. That's almost 50% of folks. And the most exciting part is they maintained the benefit for another 18 months even after they stopped the training. So they trained for 6 months, they improved their mental scores, their memory scores, and they maintained the benefit. I would love to see what would have happened if they wouldn't have stopped training, if they would have kept doing that strength training program, which is what we would recommend. Strength training has also been shown to improve that BDNF. We talked about that last week. That's a chemical in the brain that helps to support the growth and the survival of our brain cells and is also really important for learning and memory. In addition, they have found that strength training in particular has been more effective at helping to improve people with their reasoning and with their attention skills. And that was better than cardio or stretching and some other things. So we recommend both. We recommend doing cardio and strength training to have a whole program to really tackle maintaining brain health and avoiding developing dementias. Another interesting thing they found about strength training is it helps improve the blood vessels, which helps improve the blood flow to the brain. And we talked about that a little bit last week, how vital it is to get good blood flow up to the brain, to bring all the nutrients to keep the cells healthy, take away all the waste products to prevent further damage, and strength training does that. Lastly, strength training helps reduce the inflammation in our brain. And when we have a lot of inflammation in our body, and particularly in our brain, it's gonna attack the blood vessels and kind of disrupt that blood flow. So strength training decreases the inflammation and helps us maintain those healthy blood vessels. So the last thing I thought was very interesting reading into the research a little bit is that oftentimes people develop dementias later in life because they've lost so much of their strength that they have difficulty participating in a regular exercise routine. So being proactive, participating in regular strength training will allow you to have the strength that you need to participate in the high intensity exercise needed to maintain a healthy brain as you age. And if you're nervous and you don't know how to get started, we're here to help.